Hey, you twerked in my pre-chat. I'm just twerking back. Hello, everyone. It's been a little while. Welcome to Wednesday. It is actually Wednesday, which is sometimes not true. In fact, 6 out of every 7 days is not a Wednesday. Just thought I'd lay some statistics down there for you guys. It is a day of all day. Welcome on in. We're gonna have some fun shenanigans today. We're gonna talk about some stuff. We're gonna talk about some shenanigans. We're gonna talk about some Pathfinder. We're gonna talk about D&D. We're gonna talk about what we're doing on Saturday. It's gonna be all good. Hello. Oh, also, do you guys want to get the VOD copyright claimed almost immediately? I fixed something. It works again. I'll give you guys one hint at what I fixed. Yeah, Mick got it. Mick got it. I fixed the DMC thing. It doesn't work from chat, but I got the code to work again. I had to reinstall a bunch of stuff to get it to actually fix itself. But welcome to Wednesday, everyone. Hope you had a wonderful day. I am mostly question mark prepared for today. Mostly. But you know, first I gotta do what I promised, which is hopefully this all works. Approaching, provoking, black clouds in isolation. Gosh, it's so good. I love it so much. I didn't have all the effects reset up, but it's still good. It's still good. Did you know you can't buy the music license for that anymore? It makes me so sad. Just let me live out my Devil May Cry dreams, even though I've never played any of the games. Dark Cloak Rayless Peak. It's true. It's true. It's true. This edgy cat, I know, right? I look like a weird, I don't even know what I look like with glasses on with my red eyes. I definitely look like Vampire Cat. I will say that. You know what? Maybe we listen to just a little bit, just a hint of we haven't listened to Trick or Teeth in a while. Maybe we just listen to just a bit of that while we're getting things going. Yeah, thus began the reign of Count Rayless. It's true. Guys, we are T-minus 2 weeks from Rayleech. Beginning, not ready. Zero, thank you for the month of membership. I appreciate it so much. Thank you. First of many, awesome. You said how long? 2 weeks until, supposedly. I'm checking with my artist tonight actually to make sure that we're still on track until Rayleech production begins. And then it's only 2 to 3 weeks after that she's finished. And then on October 3rd, she will be revealed. Assuming the timeline holds. That is the current timeline of events. Is that on October 3rd, Rayleech will become real. Actually, what is October 3rd? It's a Tuesday. Yeah, October 3rd. October 3rd. So that is kind of the plan. I'm excited. It doesn't quite feel real yet. This has been, what, 3-4 years in the works now? Multiple artists ghosting and stuff like that. I still am not going to think it's real until, it actually starts. But soon. I'm excited. I'm so excited. I'm trying to temper expectations because I'm trying not to get too excited. There's one toggle in particular. That the artist said that they would try to do. And we will see if it's actually possible. I talked to Cozy, funnily enough, of all people. And she said that it should be possible. So it'll be a very interesting toggle. Also, welcome everyone in. Welcome on in, Empress, Paradox, Zero Two, Vice, Mela. And I think that's everyone, hopefully. Maybe Chibi. Hi, Chibi. How you doing? Yeah. Yeah, Demon Rayless, exactly. But that's upcoming. In other news, we have the thing that we were supposed to do on Saturday until my internet decided that I wasn't allowed to upload anything. Was we're going to be discussing the Should You Play Big Eyes Small Mouth RPG, which is like super anime shenanigan craziness. It'll be a lot of fun, though. I don't think I can get away with showing the book on stream because this is an anime book, and anime art on YouTube don't necessarily mesh well, so I will have to pick the passages of the book very carefully, because I was just kind of flipping through it and I was like, whoa, forgot that was in here. But it's a good book. Cozy's the queen of toggles. I've seen the milady. The lawyers can't see you if you move to a country without copyright laws. True, very true. But that should be fun. I'm excited for that one. I'm excited to do some more Pathfinder 2 shenanigans. Oh, so much stuff in the works. So much to do, not enough time. Just never enough time. But tonight, the plan is we're going to attempt to make a monster or two, maybe even 3. And because I've done all the stuff ahead of time. I don't know if Headpats works with this model, Empress. But yeah. But we're gonna try and make a monster. I spent a lot of time sprucing up my little spreadsheet that helps me create things. I built a randomizer. I did some cool stuff. Oh, that reminds me, one of the TTRPG fun facts I wanted at the tabletop panel is Call of Cthulhu? Really? Huh. I would never have guessed that. Like, don't get me wrong, Call of Cthulhu is a great system. I love it. I've only played it twice, but it's fun. With the main demographic being females aged 18 to 35. Huh. Interesting. That is super interesting. I would never have guessed that. Call of Cthulhu, huh? I wonder what about Call of Cthulhu is so, like, resonates with them so much. That's so fascinating. The panel was fun. We played some rounds of the Maid RPG, and the first Japanese system to be translated in English. Oh, I've seen that one. Oh shoot, what is it? It's the one where, like, you're all trying to be maids and, like, basically be a better maid than all the other maids, right? Is that the one that you're talking about? Because that one's hilarious. It's literally just called Maid the RPG. Yeah. See, we had a DM who threatened that with us once, is if we didn't stop abusing certain rules that he was just gonna run a full campaign of the maid RPG. And we didn't know what that means, but we called his bluff because we're like, all right, let's do it. We never ever actually ended up playing it, but I mean, it seemed like a fun. See, I love gimmick ideas like that because, you know, it's fun to just like, if everyone can get on the same page and do shenanigans like that, there's absolutely nothing wrong with those gimmick systems that are just, because, like, yeah, they're probably not the longest living things, but, you know, that doesn't make them not fun. There are so many systems out there that are incredibly simple that are not designed for longevity. You know, they're only supposed to be played a couple sessions or, you know, maybe a month at most, but those are still some of the most fun experiences I've had. Like, the Marvel RPG system is actually one that I had a lot of fun with. Like, that would be a fun thing to do at a convention, because, you know, it takes well-established characters and people already kind of know how the character is supposed to play, and you do an Avengers mission, right, for like a half hour to an hour, and then you're good. Honestly, I was surprised at how popular playing RPGs at cons like is. I've only ever done it once, and I was surprised at how many people like really wanted to do it. Because to me, going to a con is like, I'm just usually too busy to sit down and just play an RPG. Like, usually I'm at the con for a very specific reason. But I guess for some people, that is that reason. Though I would love, oh gosh, I want to go to Gen Con one year. Like, that is my ultimate goal, is to go to Gen Con. Because that would, oh man, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing. Oh, RPG systems just so good. Oh, I do have another announcement though. I'm not sure how streams are going to be next week. I am starting a medication for things, and I do not know how it will affect me. So we will see what happens. It might just make streams a lot more interesting. We'll find out together. It's gonna be great. You taking your cool guy pills? I will be trying them. I'm not committed to taking them yet. But we will see. We will see. Look, it only took me, what, a month and a half after that to actually go through with getting them, you know? I feel like that's a pretty decent time frame. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Man, I forgot how good this album is. It's just like, it's just nice, chill background noise. It's so chill. This is such a good album. Honestly, I actually don't think that Cat Records has many bad albums. They're all just kind of good. And I am excited to actually be able to start producing them again, because Ray Leach kind of ate all of the money for most of this year so far. So, we will have, I'm hoping to get at least 2 more out by the end of the year. And then go back into regular production on for next year. Okay, so like I mentioned, for those who haven't been in the stream the whole time, we're going to attempt to make some monsters here in just a little bit. I don't know how interesting this is going to be. I don't know how fun this is going to be. We're just going to try it. Because, you know, we're in the process of trying things. Though I will say, as we make these monsters, I cannot draw them, so do not expect any fun, fancy drawings from me. That's not going to happen. We might get like a stick figure drawing. That might happen. But we're gonna do some little randomization. We're gonna pick a level. We're gonna just try and work through stuff. We'll probably stay really low for the first bit. We might actually just start with a level 1 monster, because why not? And then go up. But I will be formatting these all to look nice. I have actually, let me show you guys a little sample of what I'm talking about here. I need to remove the background. Hey, look, it's double me. Oh no, that is not the right thing. That is the spreadsheet that we will be using. But this is what we'll be using to actually make the monsters, or what they will end up looking like. Maybe a little bit different, since I think I can actually use the Pathfinder official icons now. But this is a work in progress thing from a couple of years ago that I never finished. But this is the kind of ideas. We'll format them into nice little PDFs so that they're all downloadable. They will, you know, you'll be able to use them in any kind of game to do whatever it is that you want. And members will just get a download link for free because you guys are awesome. And then the rest of these, I'll put these up probably once a month for everyone else on Drive-Thru RPG. For like, I don't know, like $1 or something. I don't know. Maybe I'll just even do it for free. I don't even know. But we will have a bunch of stuff, and then as time goes on, we'll just kind of collect more and more and more of these. And who knows, depending on how many of these we make every week, we might have just a bunch of these good to go. And I don't know, I think that's kind of a cool, like, then we could do like a big PDF for Pathfinder of all the shenanigans we have. And yeah, I don't know, that's kind of the plan. That's what we're doing tonight. Man, I really do look like a vampire cat with this filter on. It's kind of crazy. Very much in the Halloween vibe, even though we're not there yet. I do look quite dapper though. I gotta say this is pretty good. Also, oh, I forgot another announcement. I think I finally fixed Chaos Bot so that chat will stop disconnecting all the time. I've been working on that for like 4 months, and I think I finally figured it out. Oh my gosh, it's so long. It's so rough. Ah! Oh, though, one funny note. I don't know how many of you guys watch a lot of other YouTube streamers. I presume most of you probably do. But you might notice that everyone's chats are broken today. Why? Who knows? YouTube just decided to change a bunch of stuff. I don't know why. They don't know why. But YouTube decided to break everyone's systems. Except for mine. My chat system did not break. It's working better than ever. I had to gloat. Because I was watching a bunch of streams today, and all of their chats were not working. And we're all sitting here, and mine is. And so I get to laugh, and it's great, and it's wonderful. And so I get to feel smug and superior for tonight, even though it's literally not warranted in any way, shape, or form. I'm okay with this. Oh, gosh. Good times, good times. But let's get on to the main event, shall we? So let me walk through what I have made, and yeah, if you guys have any questions or things like that, feel free to ask them as we go along. And I'm relatively proud of what I have made. So all I've done. Oops, let me make sure you guys can actually see the thing that we're working on. Is So this is our lovely little monster builder, which I'm now realizing that chat is kind of covering. Chat, you're going to have to be a little bit smaller. There we go. Just a little bit, just a little bit. So what I've made for everyone is I might actually just release this like Google sheet for people to use as well. Like it's not the best thing ever, but I will be updating this as we're, you know, using it to make our own stuff. This is our Pathfinder 2 monster builder. Woo! It's great. It's wonderful. And all this is in the book. There are a lot of, and when I say a lot, I mean there's a lot of charts and stuff for the relative levels at which creatures should have their stats. Because again, Pathfinder is a little bit more of a math tight system. There's not a whole lot of wiggle room, or if you do put in wiggle room, it tends to break things just a little bit, which isn't bad, but for guidance, it's like, hey, your armor should be around here. It should be around, you know, they should do about this much damage. It should be, you know, about this. Basically, there's just a whole bunch of charts all over the place. And so what I did is I copied all of them down and put them into this lovely little sheet, and then built a little Google sheet, which I will try and make a little bit more less just blanket white, so it's a little easier to look at. Because this is pretty bright, I understand. Actually, you know what? You know what? We're just gonna do this. We're gonna make all of this go black, and then all the text go white. There we go. That's a little bit easier on the eyes. At least I think so. Maybe you guys do too. My head's kind of in the way, but that's okay. And then what I also did, and this is the fun feature of tonight, I went through and I typed out every single trait, which is kind of like what the system uses to identify like monsters or abilities or things like that. And I copied all of them, all 266 of them. I put down the name and I put down the trait. So now when we want to generate something randomly, we can just go over here and we can select, we want to make a random creature type. So we pick a random creature type. I'm going to move this button up here. I click the button and boom, it picks a random creature type, which in this case is negative energy. Or if I click it again, it'll be like, wait, is vitality a creature? What? Okay, hold on. Wait, this might not have been working. Wait a second. That is a creature. Wait, what? That's a creature type? Okay, apparently that's a creature type. I didn't know that was a creature type. Obviously, I wasn't paying too much attention when I made all of this. Yeah, so we can just kind of pick random stuff. Or if we want to make like a random, you know, it's like, oh, we want to make an actual character today. We can pick a random ancestry. So in this case, it'd be the Vishkanya, or an elf, or a Suli. And also today, I forgot that when I was making this, I was reacquainting because, you know, it's been a couple of years since I've really dived deep into Pathfinder 2nd Edition. Okay, buddy? Carl? You okay? Carl is staring very intently at the door. You okay there, bud? Someone out there? You're fine. You're fine. He's like my little watch cat. I love him. I totally forgot to say. Oh yeah, as I was researching and doing all this stuff, I forgot that Pathfinder renamed half-elves to the what do they call them? They're like the Ayuvaran. They gave half-elves their own name, but then proceed to continue to refer to them as half-elves, which I thought was really funny. It's like, okay, so you gave half-elves their own name, and yet you still call them half-elves. It's almost like you knew exactly what the players were gonna do. They're just gonna keep calling them half elves. Ah, water, I love you. I don't know, I thought it was funny. So let's make a little creature first of all. Let's start off with something small. Let's make it a nice little it started off with a humanoid creature. I just realized I might have to like alt. Let's see. What are these buttons? I need to set up my stream deck buttons, I just realized, to be able to swap between the two easily. Give me just one moment. So that turns off. What does the multi-action do? Wonder Draft. This turns it off. Oh shoot, I'm not even in the right room. Give me just 1 second. God, I forgot how good this music is. Ba 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 ba. Da, 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 da. Oh, I'm on the wrong scene. That's why. Okay, source, and we want to turn off this one. Okay. So now, in theory, if I click this button, aha! Ha! Okay, I fixed it. We are good to go. Okay, I fixed everything. So it wants us to be humanoid, so we're just going to go over here and we're going to remove all of our lovely hard work that we did for this thing. And we're going to, yeah, we'll just leave that up there. That's fine. So this is going to be a humanoid of some sort. But we should probably give it another type. So we'll click the little random button again. And it will be a shade humanoid. What is a shade? Let us find out together. Da, 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 da. This actually should fit rather well. Shades are mortal souls who have been judged and then transformed into creatures native to other planes. Petitioners can survive the basic environmental effects of their home plane. So there are mortal souls who have been judged and then transformed into creatures native to other planes. So this was a humanoid, it became a shade. So we're gonna go over here. That's sounding nice and creepy. So I'm just gonna, let's see, we don't need you. We also don't need you. Okay, so it was a humanoid, it was a shade. And since it's from it's native to an outer plane, then you know what that means. Oh, I should probably put this down. There you go. Now you guys can see things correctly. We should go back and pick a planar attribute. So I just selected planar. I can click random plane and it will be the plane of shadow. So this is going to be a shadow. So human shade, shadow, or humanoid shade and a shadow. So I don't believe the humanoid trait gives any bonuses. Humanoid creatures reason and act much like humans. That makes sense. So nothing there. But what does the shadow trait give any shenanigans. Let's find out together. Shadow. What does the shadow trait do? Magic with this trait involves the shadows and energy of the netherworld. Planes with this trait are Umbral with a murky light. In the netherworld, the radius from all... Okay, so it doesn't give any special bonuses, but this is obviously going to be some kind of... Also, we didn't roll incorporeal, so it's not actually going to be see-through. Sorry, Ray, gotta go. But the heat's missing the head, gotta go. Ah, no, that's fine. Get out of the heat. Go rest and relax yourself. So let's go ahead and change some of these tags. So we have humanoid. We'll have shade. We'll probably have to mess with some of these sizes, and then we have shadow. So let's go ahead and play around with... Oh, I forgot how I changed the size of these things. Oh wait, is that how? Haha, I figured out. Okay, so we do that. Humanoid. Shade. Shadow. Oh, a little too much. You guys are getting to see the glorious editing process in real time. This. However, this is not outer, so we do not need this. I will figure out how to delete that later. Oops. Uh-oh. I just did something. I'll figure out how to undo what I just did. Window. Hold on. Where's my regular workspace? Essentials? Whatever. That's probably fine. Okay, so we have humanoid shadow. We don't need to give it an alignment anymore because Pathfinder did away with alignments, which is awesome. It has edicts and anathemas, but that's only for player characters, so I don't think we need that in there anymore. Which means I can probably get rid of that later. Oh, we should roll for a size. Or should we just assume it's a nice medium creature? I mean, humans are average size. We can probably stick with average, and that's okay. Uh-oh. I just realized I spawned my background back into existence. Oh, that's funny. All right, so we have our humanoid shade shadow. We'll make it medium size. Let us, however, decide on a level. We're just going to go random number 1 to, we'll say 10, just to keep it. Actually, we'll say 1 to 6, just to keep it, you know, nice and or easy for the first one. 1. So this is going to be a very weak shadow. So thankfully, all we have to do here is we put in our nice little creature level 1, and it's going to spit out a whole bunch of stats. It's going to be great. So now we have some pretty easy editing to do. One thing that I did add to this whole sheet, which is kind of fun, is I made classes for monsters, which kind of lets you pick and choose, you know, what you want the theme of the monster to be. So like, for example, Brute is someone who is not particularly hard to hit, but they have a lot of hit points. They hit pretty hard. You know, just in general, what you might think of as a Brute magical striker generally means that it has some casting capabilities. Skill Paragon is, you know, it's not super great at anything other than doing skill checks, but you know, it can be. Skirmisher is, it hits relatively hard, it has decent defense, but like it's not great at anything, but it's not bad at anything. A sniper would be like, has really high perception. It hits you very hard, but it's very easy to hit. A spellcaster obviously has low attack, but like really cool spells and stuff. And then these are all dragon stuff, which we're not going to use. But I'm down to make just a nice little brute shadow, because it's level 1. It's not going to be too crazy. So our little guy, and we're gonna make him a nice. He's gonna be level 1. He's gonna be just kind of like a middle of the pack guy. We're gonna make him a nice little moderate skill check guy. And we're not gonna give him too many skills. He only has 1 int after all. But what we can do is we can go in here. Let's clear out all of these lovely skills because we don't need them. We'll start with its perception, which is a 4. Again, most of this stuff is just done via chart, which is in the Monster Core 1 book, which is super useful. Definitely recommend picking it up. I don't know why I'm crying. I should probably disable that while I'm doing this. I just realized I'm going to be typing in a whole lot of numbers here. So we'll put in its nice little 4 there. We can change each of its modifiers to 5, 3, 4, 1, 1, 1, and this is a first level creature. We don't need to worry about its languages right now. That's something that we can always come back to later. It doesn't have any real crazy special abilities. So I realized I should probably have... There we go, just done that. So we get to keep the line break. Next up, we're going to just plug its AC in, which is 15. Its fort is 10, its reflex is 4, and its will is 4. Has a nice high fortitude save, and its HP is going to be 25 for a first level monster. That's not too bad. And we're not going to give it any immunities yet. We're just going to leave this blank, I think. Because it's a level 1 creature. I don't really feel like giving level 1 creatures immunities. I don't think that's particularly fun. Now, in this case, since we didn't actually roll anything that was like incorporeal or like that, like where it would be ghostly, even though it is kind of a shade, kind of a shadow, we're not gonna make it harder to hit or anything like that. And in fact, we're probably just gonna make it move about as fast as everyone else does, which is 30 feet. Nothing crazy. It's melee action. Since it isn't, I mean, it is like a denizen of the shadows. We'll probably give it like a little bit of deformed. Like, what if we gave it a claw? Just a nice little claw to play around with as its primary attack. We're not going to make it cold or anything like that. We'll just give it a nice little claw, which will be at a +9 because that's what our little chart says. And then we want to have it do an average damage of 6. So we'll make it 2d6 plus 1. Oh, wait, no, because he has a +5. So it'd be like 1d6 plus 5 or 6. I believe that's how that math would work out. Because he does have a high strength. His average damage should be 6. That's 3.5 plus 5. Yeah, that's probably fine. 1d6 plus 5. That's per hit. So that should be just good enough. I don't think we need to give him anything other than the claws, because he's just going to be kind of like a little shadowy figure. Nothing too crazy. Nothing too scary. He's not going to have any weird, cool breath weapons because this isn't a dragon. He's not going to have any shape changing, and he's not going to have any of these other, you know, really cool abilities. So honestly, the only thing that we really need to add in here are what are his skills, which he would be, again, we're trying to make him kind of like a medium monster, though he would have really good strength based skills. So let's give him a +10. Why is that bold? That should not be bold. +10 to athletics. I need to figure out why this is bold. Where's my toolbar? Uh-oh. Let's change the workspace, see if we can get it back. There it is. Okay. Whew. I was having a little bit of a freak out there. We do not want this to be bold. What is this? 45 book? Okay, so we need to change this to be 45 book. There we go. That looks better. So we give him a +10 to athletics. You know what? I'm realizing the thing that I did not list here, which I probably should have, is, you know, giving them their little skills. That's my bad. Because that would have been a good thing to do. So he probably doesn't do... Well, he might have acrobatics. You know, again, he's a melee monster. He's in there. He's trying to attack. We'll give him high acrobatics, which for this monster is a +7 to acrobatics, which again should just be book. Thank you very much. And then we'll give him one more relevant skill. Oh, you know, he's a shadow. He's probably pretty decent at stealth. We'll give him stealth as well. And yeah, that's probably it. He's probably not doing too much else there. He's, you know, he's good at pushing himself physically, which is why he has athletics. He is a little bit of stealthy because he's just, you know, he's a shadow. And then he has a little bit of acrobatics because, you know, he's a melee fighter, he has high dexterity. And that's probably all we need. So now what we will do is just to see if I am on even close to the right track. We are going to compare it to a level 4 shadow, which is an actual creature from the bestiary, just to see if we're even on remotely the right track. So Shadow Hand +15. Ooh, they gave him a Void. Oh, Void is just an energy type. Okay, that's fine. Oh, we need to give them the Recall Knowledge DC and stuff as well. I haven't done that too much. We'll probably have to do that later. Oh, language. We could give them Necril. Necril is that kind of language. Necril. So a level 4 creature has a +15, it deals 2d6 +3, so that's an average of 10. Ours does 1d6 +5, which is an average of 8. So our guy actually hits a little bit harder than them, but he doesn't hit as often as them. So that is actually almost exactly what we're going for, is that kind of they hit harder, but they're less accurate kind of vibe, which is kind of how I view what a brute is. It looks like these things don't have strength. Oh, this might actually be not the greatest one to compare to. I'm realizing this now because it has a bunch of other special abilities. This is more like a caster type monster than it is. Like, it still does melee and it's still supposed to auto attack you, but it has a nasty effect when it's hitting you. So whenever it hits you, it can enfeeble you, as it's literally just draining the life out of you. Our creature is less about just draining the life out of you. It's just here to kill you. It's not gonna be the nice little I nipped you. We're just gonna steal a little bit of your life force. No, this is the claw monster of your nightmares that is coming out to get you. So honestly, I don't think we need to add too much in. Maybe we add in a light vulnerability. I like that just because it's from the plane of shadow. We're actually just going to yoink that full stop from the shadow monsters, because I think that's actually a really nice thing to add in here. So we're going to add in a light vulnerability. Woo! I don't know why it... Okay, whoops. Oh gosh, what did I do? Come back here. There we go. Light vulnerability. We're just going to make that 95. Black. There we go. And why is that underlined? I don't know, but we'll deal with that a little bit later. So this is our human shade shadow. Nope, that deletes the whole thing. I'll probably have to redo this later, or just go yoink. Have this just go yoink. Good enough for me. So we gave it light vulnerability. We gave it a nice little move speed. It has one action, which is just its claws. Nothing crazy. And now we got to give it its name, and we got to give it a little bit of lore here. So it's a human shade shadow. It's a physical manifestation instead of a kind of ghostly or incorporeal manifestation. So it's not going to be, these are going to, if anything, this is probably going to be like a physical piece of the shadow plane manifest type of a deal. It's not going to be like its raw essence, but like maybe the built from the pain and suffering caused by those on the shadow plane. It can physically manifest into this, into almost like a shadow, or I don't know. I don't want to use shadow too much, but almost like a what's the right word here? A visage of a person, but it's physical, and it's, you know, they're big. They're kind of they're not quite mindless because they do have an intelligence, but they wander around and they just try and add more suffering to the world. But because they're physical, they're also significantly easier to kill. But what would we call these things? What would be a good name to call a shadow creature? That would be like, obviously the name that comes to mind has something to do with Umbral, because I feel like that's the easy name. Is, you know, Umbral Stalker. But that, I don't know, that feels like that name's already been used. Like, that has to have been used, right? Steve. Yeah, just name it Steve. You know, I'm curious. Is there a monster called the Umbral? There's Umbral gnomes. There's an Umbral dragon. Oh, we probably shouldn't use Umbral. Oh, wait, no, it works. Umbral dragons are shadow dragons. Yeah, that works. That's okay. Is there anything else called Umbral? Let's see. There's an Umbral graft. There's an Umbral extraction. Umbral journey. Umbral body. Umbral gnome scout. Ancient Umbral dragon. Umbral gnome warrior. So there's nothing that's actually named Umbral, which is interesting. So what if we name this an Umbral Shambler? Or a Shambler, but let's see. Shambler, comma Umbral is probably good. Whoops, did not mean to do that. Here's you. Yeah, I like that. This is a Shambler. Because I like the name Shambler because it kind of implies that it's not, you know, it's not really something that's supposed to be scary. Like it definitely is unnatural, but Shambler seems to, you know, at least to me, implies that it's kind of, you know, it's the weakest form of whatever this thing is. Because whenever I think of like a Shambler in video games, it's always like the thing that's moving at you kind of slowly. It's kind of, it's not like a huge threat. It's a thing that's meant to be dealt with, but it's not a huge overarching threat, right? Actually, let's make it a little bit slower because we are doing that. So it's a big heavy hitter, but it doesn't move fast. I kind of like that idea. And then we should give it some flavor text down here. Let's see, Umbral Shamblers are physical manifestations of the shadow plane. Physical manifestations of... I'm trying. Okay, you guys get to see how often I get to flow with my own writing here. Shadows are physical manifestations of the physical manifestations of the cruelty dwelling within the plane of shadow, often resembling a humanoid who found its end I don't want to say on the plane again, but found its end I don't want to say on the shadow plane again. Okay. Umbral Shamblers are physical manifestations of the cruelty dwelling within the plane of shadow, often resembling a humanoid who found its unfortunate end. Fortunate end at the hands of a shadow. No, I don't want to say shadow creature. I don't want to say shadow too many times because that feels weird. Umbral shadows are physical manifestations of the cruelty dwelling within the plane of shadow, often resembling a humanoid who found its unfortunate end at the hands of one of its denizens. These creatures can often be found. Let's see. No, don't take a shot every time I say shadow. Shut up, Mitt. These creatures can be found wherever I don't want to say acts of cruelty again. Often resemble a humanoid who found its unfortunate end at the hand of one of its denizens doesn't sound right. We'll probably have to workshop that a little bit. These creatures can be found wherever misfortune No. This is the hardest part of like making creatures for me. All the numbers and shenanigans is like super easy, but like writing the actual descriptions for creatures is really hard for me because I'm not very good at it. Physical manifestations of the cruelty dwelling within the plane of shadow, often resembling a humanoid. I don't think we need to have this part. These creatures can be found wherever death and darkness meet. That's not too bad. Like, that's a nice, simple description. I don't think anyone's gonna... Like, that's a pretty simple description, right? Sorry, I'm vibing out to the music right now. Yeah, so an Umbral Shambler are physical manifestations of the cruelty dwelling within the plane of shadow, often resembling a humanoid. These creatures, plural, can be found wherever death and darkness meet. Honestly, that's not bad. We have a nice little level 1 creature that I feel like fits in with the theme and vibe of shade and wow. Holy cow. How did I butcher the spelling of shadow? How did none of you guys tell me I butchered that? Oh my gosh. Shadow? Shadow. Shadow. Not shadow, it's shadow. Oh gosh. This is why double and triple and checking. All of you think I can read. You're taking shots. Why are you taking shots? Mint, I need your full brain power in these exercises. How dare you? How dare you be taking shots? We don't need this. That's not part of their stat block. Okay. So we made their base form. Let's make another one of these. Let's make a big boy form of these. You say that, but my brain demands multitasking or I'll die. You know what? That's fair. I won't judge you for that. I'll agree with you on that one. I'm also usually in that case. So let's spice up the music just a bit. Let's go to... Actually, you know what I kind of want to play? I'm going to play our Tetris playlist. Da, 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 da. Okay, let's make a new version of this critter, shall we? So let's make the big boy version of it. Let's pump it up by like 4 levels. Let's make a big version of it. So this will be an Umbral. This will be a greater Umbral Shadow. So this is now a creature level 5. Umbral greater. I'm not quite sure how you do all this in terms of formatting, but it's fine. So now its perception jumps up to a 9 because it's a level 5 critter. It still only knows Necro. Its abilities have jumped up to a 16, a 13, and a 13. Its strength is now a 6, so it's 6, 4, 5, 2, 2, 2. 6, 4, 5, 2, 2, 2. 6, 4, 5, 2, to 2. AC is now 21. Fortitude is 15. The other two are 9s. So they all went up by 5. Its HP is now 94. And okay, so this is the greater version of whatever the Shambler was. So these things are going to be bigger. They're probably going to be faster, and they're going to be meaner. So let's speed them up to 30 feet. And let's give them something nasty, shall we? So they still have a claw. What if they now have a bite attack as well? They have a really nasty, whoops, a really nasty bite. It's supposed to be at a plus 15, and it's supposed to do around 15 damage a hit. So we can bump this up to 2d8 plus 6, I believe. 4.5995. Yeah, so we can have this be 2d8 plus 6. And then let's give its bite something a little nastier. Let's make its bite be 2d10 plus 5. Oh no! Oh, here's what we do. We give it an action that it can do with its bite. That's what we can do. So we can give it an action. Let's give it a special ability. How did we format this? Oh, I already deleted everything else. I probably shouldn't have done that. Give me 1 second. Hold on. I need to not dox myself super fast real quick. Okay, here we go. So now we go in here, we can give it, wait, why is this not grab with its bite like it latches on with its teeth? Yeah, I was thinking something kind of like that. Go 1.5. Okay, there we go. Now it's the same size. So what I was thinking of is if it bites you, it can inflict a debuff on you. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Because if this thing is supposed to be a physical manifestation again of like the pain and the suffering of the plane of shadow and stuff like that, what I'm thinking is it can just claw you to death, but if it bites you, then it can inflict, like, it racks your body with pain or something like that and makes you, it inflicts a weakness onto you. So let's see. Bestow cruelty. Make it 1 action. So let's see. On Umbral Shambler, who has hit with its bite. I'll have to look up how this is usually worded. Can inflict. Let's see. Actually, how does the shadow word it? The shadow has something similar. Kill shadow. Requirements. Oh, okay. That's what we have to do. Okay, so we give it the thing. And then we go, and then we say requirements. And we make this bold, just so that we're copying the formatting. Umbral Shambler has hit a living creature with its bite. strike on its previous action. And then we do effect the Shambler. Okay, I'm just getting the formatting down correctly because that's important. You know, when you're making stuff for systems, it's really important that you try and copy the formatting to be in line with everyone else, just because that way it's less confusing, you know? Because that way if someone just came from like the core book and they come find this, it's like, oh, okay, no, this still makes sense. Sorry, I had to blow my nose real quick. Okay. The Shambler. Let's see, how would we describe it? So we have the Shambler. I don't know, I'm just gonna say bestows cruelty upon its target, making it what's a proper debuff here? Enfeebled doesn't, like, enfeebled is in line with shadows. I don't know if we want to just do that. Here, let's look at some debuffs, shall we? Oh, hello, chair. Where did you come from? How do I make the chair go away? No. How? My glasses went away. No. Glasses, come back here. Hold on. I look weird without glasses right now. Come back, glasses. Much better. Look, I gotta have my glasses. Actually, no, that still looks... Hold on. There we go. Much better. Whew. Oh no, did my chat actually break? It did. Gosh dang it. Wait, no, the chat is still working. Hold on. Wait, what? What is happening? Hold on, I want to try something. No. Why is chat not showing up? Uh-oh. Oh, because Chaosbot crashed. It's still reading chat, just for some reason the actual program crashed. Oops. Oh well. Good to know, I guess. We found a new bug. We fixed one bug. Now we found a new one. All right, well, we'll refresh that for now. Drained is good. So where's the list of conditions? There's got to be a list somewhere. It's probably in Game Mastery. Rules, conditions. Haha. Lowered abilities. Drained, I think, is pretty good. Your health and vitality have been depleted. You've lost blood. Drained always includes a value. Take a status penalty on your drained value equal to your constitution checks. You also lose a number of hit points equal to your level times the drained value. Oof. That's actually pretty nasty. Would that be too strong? No, because it could only do that once a turn. It's a level 5 creature. And that's less damage than it hitting you twice. It does make it scary. What if we reduce the damage on its bite? So that it's not the same damage. Let's drop it by a d8, so it only does 1d8 plus 5. So that way it kind of balances it out. So if it bites you, you'll take a little bit of damage. And then it will do its... it'll do its drain, and then it'll claw you. Let's see, how equivalent is that to Shadow? So Shadow deals 2d6. So Shadow's a level lower than it, and it just deals 2d6 plus 3. It deals a little bit less damage with its attack, but it can do that on either attack because it only has one. Drained 1. That's minus 5 hit points, minus 5 max hit points. So okay, so it would do a minimum. Oops, why did I say plus 5? That should be plus 6. So it would do a minimum of 7 damage. Player characters have what, around 40 hit points to level 5, somewhere around there. That's not too bad. So it would do 7 to 13 damage plus drained, meaning that it could do a maximum of 22 damage to you. So I'd have to hit you twice at max damage to bring you down, compared to a shade where if it hits you twice, you take a maximum of 30 damage on its turn. That might just be too much damage. Yeah, that might actually just be too much. Here, actually, let's do an apples to apples comparison. Let's find a creature that is actually level 5. That is not a okay. No unique creatures, please. Let's do. Okay, we want. Why is it? There we go. Level is exactly 5. Okay, so what do we got here? Well, what is the closest thing here? Let's bring up an ice golem and compare, shall we? Let's compare it to an ice golem and see how far off we are. Make sure that my numbers aren't crazy. Okay, so ice golems hit for 2d6 plus 7, which I think is almost equivalent to 2d8 plus 5, or 2d8 plus 6. That's 3.5, so 7 plus 7 is 14 versus 9 plus 6 is 13. So plus they do plus an additional d6 of cold damage. So they actually hit harder. So if it's just... If we're comparing apples to apples, the Ice Golem has, when the Ice Golem gets a critical hit with a Fist Strike, it also takes 2d6 persistent bleed and is slowed from 1. Maybe that's what we do. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just make the bite its normal thing. So we leave it in there for flavor. And then we have this bee, instead of being an action, we just have it. So we need to put the traits in here. This would be like, I don't know, like shade, shadow. I'd figure out the traits later. Let's see, let's make this all nice and 45, so it looks nice. Thank you. Let's see. When the Shambler, let's see, how's this phrase? When the Shambler gets a critical hit with its bite, the target also becomes drained 1. That's not too bad. Though this does mean that both attacks have the same bonus, so it would just always bite. Oh wait, it'd be... Wait, how's it worded? When it gets critical hit with its bite strike. Gotta make sure we're staying consistent here. The target also becomes drained 1. So maybe we reduce its bite attack so that its attack profile is bite, claw. Or maybe we just only have them bite. Maybe we just don't have them. What if we just change their normal attack to a bite? So that way we don't have two separate attacks. We just make it a bite. So these things just have giant gaping maws. Oh, give it a claw. Oh, that's true. Claw strike 10 feet. I don't know if that... Well, okay, so the thing is, if we give them reach, that makes them a little bit more... Oh, should we make them large? Because supposedly these are things that have been going around and feasting on other things, right? What if we made it large? Instead of medium, it is now large. Which means that it's... No. Let's make it medium. We can always make one that's even bigger, that's a large creature. So we just give it a bite. So it's just trying to get up there and just bite you to death. Kind of like that. So it gets up there, it bites you. If it crits you, you become drained 1, which is pretty nasty, but still a little bit less damage than an ice golem. But if it crits you, that's super scary. It deals less average damage than an ice golem, but it can hit you harder. I think I like that. The ice golem was 2d6 plus 7, which is a maximum of 13. Oh wait, was it 2d6 plus... Was it? It was 2d6 plus 7 plus 1d6. So 3d6 plus 7. So a total of 25 as his maximum hit. This would be a total of 20. So it hits you a little less hard. Do I need to buff it even more? What if we change it so that it's a 2d10? .2d10 could work. And then we change the base creature to 1d8. And then the big boy version is 2d10. That means it's higher. That's 5.5. So its average is 17 versus the other ones whose average is 3.5, 9, 10.5 plus 7, 17.5. So it's got slightly less average, but it can hit slightly harder at maximum. Yeah, I'm okay with that. I'm good with that. And then when it crits you, it drains you, which is really bad. This music is so good. I need to make another Pixel album. This is Harris Heller's music right now. It's so good. Yeah, I'm pretty good with this, I think. Actually, I don't know if we make it quite that much faster. We'll give it an extra 5 feet of movement speed, not quite 30. Yeah, I'm good with this. I'm good with this. So we have a Umbral Shambler and a greater Umbral Shambler. 2 versions of the same thing. They ended up, I don't know, I think they ended up looking pretty good. That's my head huge. Sorry, I'm just like, I'm vibing to the music. All right, I think we're gonna call it here then. Because if I wanted to do another higher level one, I'd probably have to go in and add in a whole bunch of new abilities. There's giving me a lot to think about though for next week, and I think I have some ideas how to make this a little bit more interactive and fun for y'all. So we'll come back to this next week. We'll try some new little creatures, and like I said, I will work on these off stream. Make them a little bit more, you know, double check the balance, double check them against other creatures of similar levels and stuff like that. But assuming everything looks good, you know, I'll spruce them up a little bit more to make them look nice. But we will just keep on adding to this PDF of creatures. And then at the end of the month, you know, we'll release a huge PDF that has all of them in it. All the members will just get it for free because you're awesome. And then we'll slap it up on Drive Through RPG, and it'll be great. It'll be wonderful. For anyone else who might want to enjoy it. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and call it here. On Saturday, like I said, we're gonna be going over Big Eyes Small Mouth in a Should You Play that system, and I think that's gonna be a lot of fun. So I hope to see you all there for that. And then I'll see members again on Sunday for some shenanigans and some special announcements just for them. Thank you to everyone who's a member. As always, your support means a lot in these last little bits where I haven't been doing nearly as much stuff. And I'll try and keep you guys updated on any of the new project stuff. And I'm really looking forward to Ray Leech. So thanks for that. But we're gonna, like I said, we're gonna call it here. And yeah, thanks for hanging out, everyone. I hope you have a good rest of your evening. Ba, 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 ba.